Hey guys, here's one of my little note to self reminder videos, and this is in the Lucchini Gambit. So it's just a 5-minute blitz game. I did win the game, but it took me 36 moves in which to do it. Okay, so if you're not familiar with the Lucchini, let's go through it. Yeah, so it's an e4, e5, knight f3. Now you can also get to it, I think, from the Latvian Gambit, but I'm not bold enough to play that. I did have a sniff around it for a while, but changed my mind. So I get it from the Italian game and from the Russo. Okay. Now there's lots of things they can do here. Pawn takes is not good. The best move is actually d4. d3 is what was played in the game, and that's the invitation now to get into the Lucchini. Okay. This is, you can also kind of see it from the Gioco Pianissimo here. Now the engine here says knight g5 is the best move, coming in for the kill, supported by the bishop, and that is exactly what you want to see if you are a gambit player, because you now push pawn to f4. This disconnects the bishop's defense of the knight, pretty much forcing the knight to come in with this juicy looking fork, and white's thinking, I'm doing very well here indeed. And if they play extremely accurately, yes they are, but the majority of players don't do very well from here, and I don't think I've lost actually from this position so far, according to the Explorer. Now, queen to h4 is the move. Again, the engine says this is just wonderful for white, with completely accurate play. What are you doing? I've got a hooligan, annoying everything and attacking. I thought I got rid of them to play outside. So anyway, you play your queen out to h4. We abandon the rook. This is the point. Okay, but the point here is they're actually threatening checkmate immediately on f2, so something must be done. Now the queen can't really defend this pawn. She does have 3 squares, but none of them are very good. So rook f1 is extremely unnatural. That's a second engine move. But the top engine move is pawn to g3. However, a lot of people will castle from this position, and that is not good, because now we are doing very well indeed. Now, depending which engine you look at, some of them say, I've seen it say knight h6 is the better move here, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to give my opponent any chance to wriggle out. I want them to take this rook. Right, so I play knight f6, and here white grabs the rook. This is a blunder. This is just losing, because you come in now with a knight, and again you're threatening mate here. Note this pawn is pinned by our bishop on c5. So there's really not much they can do. They can sack their queen for this knight, but you're going to see pawn to h3 every time. And here it's important to remember to capture with the knight on f2. So what are we doing? Well, we're threatening the queen. We are threatening a discovered check by the bishop should the knight move, and the knight can also capture here on h3. So this is very forcing, because now the queen really has to move. Or they trade off, which is what happens in the game. Okay, now king goes into the corner, and here is where I missed the trick. So here I push pawn to d5, and pawn to d5 is a move, but not in this exact move order. This is the point. So the idea of this is that you want to open up your bishop, but you don't want to open up your bishop really while these two pawns are connected together. So the correct move here is pawn to f3. Sorry, I have to take that one back. Pawn to f3. Okay, and now g takes f3 is really the only move. Okay, and now we push d5. This is the point. Okay, let's say they drop the bishop back. You know, I don't know what they're going to play. It really doesn't matter too much. But now you can capture on h3, and we're simply threatening mate there. So important move order to remember here, don't you think? What do you think of this? Yeah? Oh, adorable. We're going to find homes for them in the next few days, hopefully. So, yeah, there you go. I would definitely encourage everyone to play this. It's got an insanely high win rate. Let me just check on here. So this is now the Gioco Pianissimo Lucchini Gambit. And if the knight comes in, yeah, I have lost some games from here. But 76% win rate after f4. Knight f7 is almost invariably played. Queen h5 is an interesting one, but I think we can counter that. But yeah, after the knight comes in and queen h4, we do very well. If they castle, castling is the most common move. I've won 10 games out of 11 from that position. Okay, so let's go the most common lines. I play knight f6. In fact, knight h6, I've won all 3 games. That's interesting. But I've won 7 out of 8 the other way as well. And the most common move here, queen f3, is good to know. And here I have played d5. d5 is then opening up this bishop here. So yeah, I'm getting ready to well, basically traps the queen, I think, more or less, that move. So here they've had to play g3. So yeah, really interesting gambit. But it is one of those that is kind of double-edged. You have to know the right move order. So that's a little refresher for me. Hope it was interesting for you as well. Thanks for watching. See you soon. You're a pest, you are.